Hi, this is Mallia. I started wood turning about 10 years ago, and I started immediately on the local wood, Maltese wood. This one was one of my first. I try to find pieces that are really difficult to turn, which is that this piece, for example, was a tree going up and splitting into 3 branches. This is the part on top that was the intersection of the branches here. You can see the branches significantly in this piece here. This one is one of my loved ones, like all of them. So I turned trees that are grown in mortar, like blue gum. These are all blue gum. The first one that I showed you was plum. This is plum. And I tried several others, like for example, false pepper tree, which is the skenos tree. The skenos tree. I tried to leave the bark on every time I do a piece. So you will have all the years since it was since the beginning of the tree. So you see all the growth rings to the bark. There's the middle. So the tree was like this, going up like this. The bark was over here on both sides. So this is something that I really enjoyed doing. This is a blue gum. It had a branch going out from here. This was a tree like this. I kept the bark all the way around. Very delicate to turn. Very delicate because of the bark. It takes 3 years at least to produce a piece like this. Starting with the first turning, leaving it about an inch thick for 2 years to dry. In those 2 years, treatment has to be done every month on the piece. Then, after the 2 years, turning it again and thinning it out so as to make it as thin as possible so that it won't break in time. And after that comes a years of oiling. And you fill all the wood with oil. No cutting corners, no spray paints, no nothing. Everything is done by hand, oiling with hand. It takes like every week to for a year, giving it oil and sanding it down slowly, as thin everywhere as possible, and finishing with French polish. First with shellac and then with wax. Waxes that I do myself, natural waxes, natural oils, everything. This is a carob tree. This is my only piece that I tried doing using the center of the tree as the edge. So the tree was like this. The log was coming up like this. Carob trees in Malta tend to dry in summer, and ants, white termites, and wood borers, woodworms, and everything start to eat up in the middle of the log. And time when there is a big hole, the centipede goes in. The excrements of the centipede make the wood reddish, and it gives it the really nice color of red. This is one, it's from a carob tree. You can see also over here some of the residues of the wood borer. I leave everything over here. Piece is really delicate, like for example this piece is still hanging over there. This piece is cut with the wood borer from both sides. It moves, but it is still there. Well, this is a nice piece too. I really enjoy doing. This is another blue gum. This blue gum was a part of the tree where the branch splits into two. You can see the bottom over here. There is the growth rings with the bark, and there is this piece over here is where the other branch is forming. So when you look at it on top, you can see two branches over here. So this piece was, and there was another one which was pruned before in time. So there were three. 1, 2, 3. This was. These are the growth rings of the branches over here. 3 branches. And some woodworm over here too, which there is no problem now. Everything is treated. Have several other pieces like this orange box. This is an old orange tree. This is an old orange tree which I kept the growth rings all over, and it has a lid which snugly fits in, and it's thin all over too. That is an orange. I really enjoy doing these things. And this is my first turning. This is my real first turning. It was a vine which I planted with my granddad, and after about 20 years, I was really young when I planted this tree. We had to cut it down, and I made it out of green turning, so it warps with time, and you get all the pieces of the vines, all the branches which had been pruned, and all the colors and everything. Something like this I will never give away.